roll up, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest podcast on earth. Step right up and experience the magnificence that is the Two Ring Circus podcast. You'll gasp, you'll laugh, and you'll be amazed at what comes next.
Amazing.
Don't worry about the smell. It's just the stars of our show, Tom Italiano
Hello.
and Matt Bradshaw.
G'day.
Welcome!
I like that bit.
Do you, mate?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
How you going?
I'm all right.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Look at us, off to do a gig.
Looks like we are.
Not with each other.
Are you off to do gigs tonight too?
Yeah, I've got Fifth Province tonight.
It's Wednesday. Yeah.
My once a month Wednesday.
Yeah, you've got Fifth Province. I've got Sixth Crowneth.
Good. Good.
Yeah, I'm not telling you guys where that is. Doesn't matter anyway because it would have happened after. Yeah. Yeah.
So we've got a dog here.
Do you have a dog here? He's on
Should
the
we
floor.
show him later?
We could show him later.
While he's chilled. Maybe he's leaving chilled.
That's him most of the time.
Just sleeping.
Pretty much. Or eating. Occasionally defecating.
He's pretty cute out on the lawn. Having a little bounce around. So we're at my house. And Dom brought his small brown animal which is actually, he's a remarkably similar shade to this.
Yeah, do you know how
cushion.
many of my puppies it took to make these cushions?
Gross. That's funny. In my, because I have a note in my phone. I think it's entitled "What I'm going to Talk About." Yeah.
Right.
As in for these.
Yeah.
And I don't refer to it very often because then we find other things to talk about. But I also have a note in my phone called shopping.
Yeah.
Because I have to know what it is that I'm going to buy if I go to the shops. But sometimes, clearly, my typing is in error. And one of the things I had typed for shopping, along with Tabasco and eggs, was show cushions. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be. It's clearly not actually cushions. And the first thing I thought of course, was that I knew you were coming
Lean
today
cuisine?
to do this. How dare you?
I don't know.
Dom thinks I'm fat.
No.
Great.
We're just trying to put two words that could be what do they call that thing? Mispredicted.
Mispredicted.
Yeah.
Once again, mispredicted. You know that one. That awful song.
No.
Every morning there's a halo
see?
hanging from the...
I much prefer your version.
Once again,
Mispredicted.
and then I wondered if maybe I intended to buy new cushions for the show.
Show cushions.
But I don't... it definitely wasn't that.
Tricky.
Because it was in my grocery list.
But you can buy cushions from grocery shops.
Yeah, but I've never bought cushions from a grocery shop, and
I've
never
bought
will I.
pillows from a supermarket before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you test them? Do you test pillows before you buy them?
No, because the supermarket's quite dirty, the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have considered just leaning up against the shelf with it,
It's no good.
but it's not the same.
No.
I don't sleep standing up.
No.
I know it looks like that sometimes.
Did giraffes sleep standing up?
They must do.
Do their heads drop?
I don't know. But have you ever seen an autopsy of a giraffe? I have.
Gross.
So the necks, the muscular structure of the necks are built so that they can, when they're down drinking, they can snap back into position in less than like a second. Doing, like this. And so...
What does that remind you of?
Well, certainly not me.
That's a cock gag. What does that remind you of?
Well, so no one's ever referred to me as a giraffe drinking. I mean...
Not like that
Maybe
bird.
a vole.
Not like that bird in the Looney Tunes cartoons.
No, I'm more like those toys you had when you were little with the strings in, and you squeeze them and they went and then
See?
it's not bad.
I wish we had one of those to demonstrate.
So
Yes.
This doco when they were doing an autopsy on a giraffe to try to work out like what's the physiology and how does it
Dom
work.
in his leisure
It took
time
like
watching-
5 people.
Watching mammal vivisection videos.
It took 5 people to bend the neck down.
What does that remind you of?
Well, no. And then it would spring back into place, but it was so big, it was on this like wheeled trolley that the trolleys would swing back as well. Yeah, it was really interesting. Really interesting. So it turns out the brown patches on the giraffe are like solar panels, and they've got more blood vessels in the skin underneath the brown things. That's what helps to regulate their body temperature in the extreme heat of the African savannah. Really interesting.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That's what I also found out when I watched the documentary.
Is it only giraffes that do that?
Oh, I imagine there's other things like okapis, which are basically smaller giraffes.
With spots?
Yeah, similar things.
Okay.
Like
alpacas.
Eh?
Okapi?
OKAPI, yeah.
Okapi to giraffe is as alpaca to llama, is what I'm saying.
Oh. Maybe.
Well, smaller version thereof.
Yeah. But yeah.
What about this?
Which ones are bigger, llamas or alpacas? Llamas are
bigger.
bigger. Yeah. They're so big they need 2 L's.
You know what they say, take the L out of llama.
Yeah.
I think it was Jordi who suggested to me that. I think it was Jordi when we were away up in.
This could go anywhere, by the way, folks.
Oh yeah, he suggested many things to me. Some of which came to fruition.
Before or after you left?
I suspect both.
Oh, excellent. Very good.
I think he was talking about camels, and then he asked me, and he was clearly setting me up. Well, I don't know, not setting me up's the wrong phrase, but anyway. He said, can you milk camels? I said, yeah, you can milk camels. And he said, why hasn't anyone set up a camel milking place and called it dromedary?
That's good.
It's fucking real good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One humble do.
Yeah. What would you call it? What would you call the brand?
What do you mean?
Well, so it's dromedary.
Yeah.
Is where it gets done. But what would the brand be called?
No, that would that would be the brand, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Are you going somewhere with this?
I don't know.
I want to do the improv thing of saying yes and.
I wasn't, but I was just thinking. No, I don't know if that would be a good brand name.
Surely. I mean, Buller.
What?
I wasn't being ethnically insensitive. I didn't mean Buller shit. I meant Buller, the ice cream people.
Right.
I've got one. Do you want one?
Buller ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll eat one.
Chocolate on a stick?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, but not.
Why?
Because I'm already fat.
Good
That
talk.
one ice cream's going to make a difference. Bloody Rosie came over yesterday. She works at a bakery. I brought up the freaking bakery with her.
Good.
Her Florentines at her bakery are made with shortbread.
Oh, I don't know what a Florentine is.
Well, Florentines, generally when you get them out, they're kind of like cornflakes, glacé cherries,
okay. These are the things I always
caramelized,
avoid.
and then with chocolate on the base. This is kind of throws out the whole kind of, cornflake and glacé cherry thing, and it's made out of shortbread, and I don't know what else. Definitely some caramelish type stuff. But by
like caramel.
golly, it's good. By golly.
I really like caramel.
Yeah.
I bought MilkDuds when I was in
Yes.
Queensland.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only have about 3 and then that's enough.
It's a
now,
bit sickly.
please. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So you know
like
what they
sweetened
are?
condensed milk.
Yeah.
Where you
like
go, that's nice, and then, that's too much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you can have a tube in the fridge for 7 years.
It doesn't go off either.
As you go by.
Yeah. Just in case there's a war.
So I haven't. Okay. So MilkDuds. I don't know if anyone's ever had them. They're like Rolos, but better. What?
No, well, I don't believe that.
Really?
I don't
Rolos
think
better.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, I recant my previous statement. I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
Rolos
I
are
think
better.
Rolos better. Because Rolos you can eat a hot bag. Basically,
Yeah, because there's more chocolate in a Rolo, isn't there?
well, yeah. But I think basically you can judge the quality of any chocolate by how much
The quality street of any chocolate.
Very good.
Yes.
Yes. what's your favourite? I think you judge the quality of any chocolate based on how much you can eat without feeling sick.
Okay.
So things like Rolos, you can eat the whole pack and go, oh, that was great. I don't need to open another pack, but I feel like I'm happy with what I've had. Whereas some other things you go,
You sure you don't want an ice cream on a stick?
yeah, I would talk myself out of it. I'm not huge on ice cream. Like, I like it. I never think to have it. There's always someone else that suggests, like,
I bought an 8-pack of them.
how many's left?
7.
So you don't think to have it really much either. You just,
No, I bought them like 3 weeks ago.
oh,
I just had one the other day when my throat was sore, and I thought that would help me.
when my mum was in hospital the other week, she had like ice cream and jelly. It was like, oh, just,
I know.
yeah. Nice.
Hospital makes infants of all of us.
Well, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, because pretty much you need looking after when you go to one.
Yeah, dumb.
Yeah.
I had something else. It wasn't about Queensland, or was it about chocolate?
Is it about vets?
Rolos, vets.
Yeah.
No,
Not
do you want to
Vietnam
tell
ones.
your vet story?
Nah, but it was so funny how expensive they are.
Jesus, are they what? Unbelievable. My cat didn't get sick this time when I was away, which was nice.
That's great.
Yeah, it's real good.
You did though.
Oh, I was sick before I left. Yeah.
Did you not? What you were sick before you left? Continued on that line of not really getting worse, but not really getting better, but also got something else while you were away and recovered from that. Well, you were away for that long that you got sick and recovered while you were away.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wasn't away for that long. Just joking.
I had a glandy thing. I had a glandy thing when I was singing with you before we left.
You did indeed.
And so that was a Tuesday or a Wednesday night that I said that to you. Yeah. Yeah. And then...
Certainly the Friday that we did the band gig. Bang!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You were like, my throat, here, ouch. I remember you were reduced to try to speak as little as possible. My throat, here, ouch.
Yeah, no good. And I haven't taken antibiotics for years. I can't remember the last time I would have had antibiotics for anything. Preferably I would not take stuff if I didn't have to. So I thought I could just ride it out. And my singing was fine. Like my it wasn't...
It was more than fine. It was excellent.
Oh, thanks, man. It's I wish I had more like you. When you have a sore throat and it's scratchy and ouchy and it hurts to swallow and all that. So this hurt to swallow, but in a different way. And my glands were up. So I knew it was an infection-y type thing, but I thought maybe I could ride it out because my singing was still fine. I didn't want to take stuff. I go, that's fine. And then was it the Tuesday we flew to Airlie Beach. So I made an appointment on the Saturday to go to the doctor on the Monday. And then I woke up on Monday and thought, actually, you know what? I think it's better. I think it's getting better. Great. And then I woke up Tuesday and it was fucking terrible. And then I got to Queensland and it was Tuesday afternoon and we were late to the gig because the flight was on time, but the gig was booked too early. Anyway, so we did that gig and then it was Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, I went to the Wednesday. When I woke up, it was like, oh, no, this is fucking bad now. So went to the local clinic that said, yeah, we can fit you in this time next week. Okay, great. That's not going to... Okay, we can go to the next suburb over, which is like 3 k's down the road. Great. Made an appointment, went and saw them. He gave me antibiotics, really, really strong ones, and said, take 2 of these. Take 1 of these twice a day. Great. And then on the package printed, take 3 of these each day. Right. So I went to the pharmacist and got the prescription filled. And she said, I've never seen anyone write that you have to take 3 of these a day. These are really strong. Right. He said 2. He wrote 3. And I read the box in front of him and said, 3 or 2? And he said, 2. Right. It says 3. He didn't answer me. And I was out the door by this stage. Okay, so that's weird. Anyway, so it took 3 the first day and 2 the next few days after that. And it definitely got better, but as in it improved. And then I got a cold. So then I had a little bit of sore here and a lot of sore here. Yeah. And then the cold went away. And then I realised that the sore throat infection-y bit was coming back.
Oh, man.
And then I didn't have time to do anything about it when I got here because I got home in time for a gig on Thursday, and then I did 2 Friday, and then I did Saturday, and then it was Sunday. So I went to the local bulk billing clinic because I knew they were open on Sunday because my actual doctor isn't. And he said, it's not an infection. Right. Antibiotics basically made it better last time, but I don't think the course was long enough and it started to come back. He said, well, I can give you antibiotics if you want me to, but it's not an infection. You need to go and see an ENT. Do you need a referral? No, look, no. I've been a singer for 20 years. I've got people. Don't worry about it. I can give you steroids. No, I don't. No. Fuck. No.
Give me what I want. Leave me alone.
Fuck. And it was like this for a while in the office. Okay. And then I got up and left.
Did you get a course ready word?
No.
Oh.
Well, he didn't want to give them to me, and I didn't particularly want to take them. Yeah. And his whole thing was, if you don't want to take them, and I don't want to give them to you, well, it's like, okay. Yeah, I mean, and that's. He explained all these reasons why he didn't want to. Not the least of which was he didn't think it was an infection anymore. But anyway, I don't know. So I've been a singer a long time. 25 years I've been singing. Like I know how things feel. I know what shit's going on. I sound fucking terrible today, and I don't know how I'm going to do a gig tonight, but obviously I will. Because you've come on a bad day, Dom. I'm having a bad day.
I understand.
I was involved, when I messaged you earlier to find out what time you were coming here, because I wanted to go for a drive just to stop being in my own head about this thing that's going on at work. And then I got involved in a road rage incident. A full-on, actual, fucking could have ended in disaster road rage thing. I wish I had a dash cam.
What happened?
I went and got myself some sushi for lunch. I went to try to get some shoes repaired. That was annoying too, because it's going to cost more to put new soles on a pair of shoes than it would for me to buy a new pair of shoes. So I didn't.
Can't you send them to China to get done? Surely that'd be cheaper.
Yeah.
Not even joking.
No, it's just dumb. It was
Cat's got a favourite pair of shoes that cobblers refuse to, no, they're too far gone. And it's like, just fix them. I like that. It's like, why don't they? I like those shoes. I want them fixed. Just do something.
I'm not so attached to these shoes that I was particularly worried. And his whole thing was, well, for the $80 I'm going to charge you, you'll get a lot more wear out of them. I said, yeah, but I don't think they cost me that. And I may as well go and buy a new pair of these. Wouldn't I just buy? I said, you'll get a lot more wear out of these. Yeah. And then a bit like the doctor, I kind of stood there in front of him for a bit because I'm really my own fucking just inertia of just being in the space is really hard to overcome today. And at the doctor in Thursday.
But it seems
Sunday,
to me too that the standoff is quite reasonable. It's like, hang on, what's wrong with my? I don't feel like my expectation is out of kilter with reality, but you're telling me it is.
Yeah,
I get it all the time. I'm like, what?
Like they're not. I mean, because I would prefer to fix something rather than buy a new one. Like the last time I bought a new computer printer, I was really disappointed.
There's no fixing printers, mate. You have to buy new ones.
Yeah.
They're built like that.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And I hate that. I love the fact that this fridge I've got here is the one I bought when you and I lived together.
Oh.
So what's that, 17 years?
My washing machine. It's the same washing machine. I bought that when you and I lived together.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I've recently bought a new door seal because there's a crack in it, which I think was maybe Sprocket having a bite when he was little. And which is why I've got the seal and I haven't replaced it because it was talk of getting a puppy. I'm like, wait till he stopped doing the chewing of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but there's nothing wrong with the washing
machine.
machine.
Dogs love seals.
Arr.
And pirates.
Yeah.
And walrus.
Tisk.
Oh.
Thanks.
Did you ever watch Tusk?
I watched a bit of it. It seemed pretty wild and crazy.
I actually really like it.
Yeah.
Terrible reviews. Kevin Smith film called Tusk. You should watch it. It's kind of a horror film, but it's
It's
funny.
Wacky.
Yeah.
It's what happened when I think was it his first script after he started smoking marijuana?
No.
Because he never smoked dope. He was never, and then
What?
yeah, no, he was absolutely never smoked dope until 10 years ago, and then he
What?
started.
I've been a Kevin Smith fan for years. I didn't know this.
Yeah, and then he started, and it was like, that's it. I'm just gonna do it every day. I love it. It's great.
And he does love it, and he does do it every day.
Yeah, but he never did.
Far out.
And it was always Jason Mewes, which was the drug guy.
Yeah.
Right. It was like no. And then eventually he went,
okay.
yeah, I've got it. And
Wow. All right.
and from then he started becoming absolutely super duper creative, and he just said his thing is if you can keep your workflow and your work ethic going when you do it, it's awesome. He said there's a problem with people who take drugs. It can take over their life, but as long as you don't let it take over your life, you're fine.
Huh.
Like most things, I would imagine.
Yeah. Everything in moderation, as Jordi says.
Of that great oracle, Jordi.
Yeah.
Do you know he's the naggiest bastard in the world?
100.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this yet? Have you heard about this? I'm going to stop booking him. If you're listening to this, Jordi, we'll stop booking you until you start paying it back and book us for fucking gigs. And then we can start nagging you, and then the whole world will come into balance again.
He sent me a message this morning asking me how many songs did I think would be necessary to do a 1.5 hour set. He certainly didn't follow up. And I wrote back 25, and he wrote back, thanks, mate. He certainly didn't offer me a gig.
Which is really weird because he does plenty of gigs, and why would that? I guess he's trying to work out whether they're your versions of songs or Ralph's versions of songs.
Possibly. So I made a right-hand turn out of a T intersection onto...
I made a right-hand turn out of the conversation back into the old one.
into a dual carriageway road, like a 70-kilometre-hour road that kind of has a slip lane you can turn into. So there's 2 lanes and then a slip lane that you turn into after you do your right-hand turn off the T intersection. And then realised at the end of this slip lane that weirdly it's not a slip lane at all. It's actually a right-hand turn lane.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to turn right. I'd just come from that place. I didn't want to do that. And it's a long slip lane into right-hand turn kind of thing. So I put my left indicator on and I trundling along, and the light was red, and then I can see there's a bit of a gap there. So I accelerate into this gap, and the girl at the P-plater in the car behind me deliberately accelerates to close up the gap. Okay. And then gives me the finger. Like, okay. So, you know what I'm like. I gave it back. Because 2 wrongs. Anyway, so, and then in the rearview mirror I'm watching it, and she's doing the whole, come on then. It's like, oh, fuck. Okay, this is a thing now. And she's this far behind me on the back bumper. Okay. And we drive like that. Another set of traffic lights, a red light. So she's right behind me. It's like, okay, is she going to get out of the car? No, just sitting there in a car giving me the finger. Come on. And I'm in my car going, come on. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
That was so Rick Mail.
Yeah, well, it was because what else can you do from inside your car? And I didn't know she could see me because my windows are pretty dark. And to be honest, probably, I don't know, with the way you probably understand how physics works, even if the back window is dark, it's still partially visible, but also you've got light coming through the front. So from her perspective, she probably couldn't see me going,
She's probably looking at the reflection of herself.
She just, or she just saw me kind of, doing the come on thing to her. Anyway, we get to, you can never predict how someone else is going to behave, and particularly driving, because people are really odd sometimes. And also she's aggressive. Like, she's actually aggressive. So we get to a point where I could, there's a thing, you can go straight ahead or you can turn right, and both lights were green. So I stay in the going straight thing, and then at the last minute I indicate to turn right. She follows me.
No.
So I go back to being straight and I just hit the hammer and 100 kilometres an hour down this 70-kilometre stretch of road. She speeds up as well.
No!
Yeah, full on. And so I wasn't... I was... I guess there was adrenaline in the sense of, this is kind of... I don't know where this is going to finish.
Yeah.
Because where does it finish?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she goes into the other lane and I hear something hit my car. So she's thrown something out the window at the car. But this is the fucking beauty shot. This is why I wish I had a dash cam. She's steering, but she throws something out the window. And the act of her throwing something out the window means that she's dragged on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And I've slowed down when I've heard whatever it is hit my car. She goes directly across in the left lane in front of me, hits the median strip, 2 wheels off the ground, steers it back round, right across the other side of the road, hits the nature strip on the other side, back across, and wheels off the ground, and then so right, left, over into a ditch.
What?
Yeah, full on.
Wow.
And so I accelerate around this roundabout and come back to see if I can get a license plate for a start. She's fucking gone.
Wow.
So Silver Holden Cruise P plate. I can't fucking wait to see if I can find her again.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Wild, dude.
That's crazy shit. Excuse me? We have a camera change to make.
Yeah, I've actually never been that close to seeing an accident happen.
Yeah, okay.
In real time.
Yeah, that's really full
Fucking
on.
wild.
What's with people? Why do they do things of such things?
Yeah. And all I wanted to do was just go for a lovely, calm, stop thinking about things drive.
How did it work out in the end?
Shit
Well, I just gave you something to talk about on the
Bullshit.
podcast.
Yeah,
that wasn't the thing that was on your mind.
Oh no, show cushions. God damn it.
This is a great one.
It does look like it's made of Freddie.
It's funny. Yeah. He's actually a dog in the room. There's a puppy in the room who slept all the way 2 hours to Frankston, right? Got up, put him on the ground, weed, refused to walk around the corner, had lunch with Becky, sat down the whole time, then was like, oh, I'll get up and walk. So he walked, but of course, every time it came, this is the best thing about owning a puppy, by the way. Anyone who's ever had one can attest to this. Oh, by the way, I like this shadow puppets. This is the puppy in the... when they catch a reflection of themselves in glass or a mirror or something, of course, we're walking down the Nepean Highway and there's all those big floor-to-ceiling glass windows, and he's like,
Really?
checking, there's a dog there. What's that dog doing? And I'm like, it's you, bud. And then walk on a bit to the next bit.
Really?
Yeah. Like 15 shops in a row. So funny. Because I remember the first time I ever heard Sprocket bark was when he saw his reflection in the mirror in my bedroom and went bananas at himself. And he's like, it's barking back. You could just see what was happening.
Do you reckon he knows it was a dog? Because Sprocket hasn't had much to do with other dogs.
Does he know?
Did he know his reflection was another dog?
Well, I
Do
assume
you think
so.
dogs recognise that they're dogs?
He knew he had met plenty of other dogs by the time he saw his reflection in the mirror first time. So this little guy's met a bunch of dogs before. Obviously Sprocket and my brother's dog and whatnot.
Oh, right.
So he knows, and when other dogs go by, he's dead interested. He's like, "Ooh, I know what that is."
Yeah, okay.
But this one's like, oh, fucking hilarious.
Cats never been like that with mirrors and stuff.
Oh,
I don't think.
I think they're a bit smarter.
Cats?
Yeah.
Do you think that's what it is? I don't know. I mean, I've seen plenty of videos of cats arcing up at mirrors.
Right. There is
I wonder
that.
if that makes them dumb, the dumb cats or the smart cats.
Well, there is that topic of conversation that suggests dogs bark at black dogs more than they bark at other dogs because black dogs look more like wolves.
What?
Yeah. And because they see black and white, they don't see colour, so they see shade.
Like me.
Do you see?
I
You
just
see
see colour.
shade? You see colour?
No.
No. What? I don't understand.
I'm being non-racist.
Oh, right. Yeah. I see identifiers. I can see the difference between stuff. Did I ever tell you
Oh,
the
God.
conversation that my mother had when she was in China once with the person that was the taxi driver? No. So years ago when my sister was at university and she was studying Mandarin, they did like an exchange thing. And so she went to China for, I don't know, 10 weeks or something. And during that time, Mum went over for a visit. And just so happened that my Uncle Steve, my mum's brother, decided that he would go over as well and they would have a catch-up. So Mum's already there and she gets a taxi driver to take her to the airport to pick up Uncle Steve, and the taxi driver said, "Yeah, it's a bit complex, I'll come in with you," and said something along the lines of, "Now I'm going to do an accent now for everyone, right? So, Mrs., what your brother look like?" And she's like, "Well, he kind of looks like me, except he's a male." And he said, "No matter anyway, all your people look alike to me." Right? And absolutely dead set, true story. It's like, that's really, really funny.
Yeah.
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 Because
And we do.
well, of course.
Yeah.
Because we,
Stupid round eyes.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. But I think funny.
I think funny also.
Yeah.
Guess what I spent $81 on yesterday?
Ooh, $81. What can a man... only 81? Or like specifically 81?
Specifically 81.
Because I spent way more than $81 yesterday, but I did spend $81.
Oh, no, okay, no, specifically
Okay,
$81.
$81.
The figure was $81.
So is this 20 questions?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it something for you?
No.
Is it something for your animal?
No.
Is it something for another person?
No.
Is it something for an inanimate object? Like a car?
Kinda.
Okay. Is it something to replace something? Is it something brand new with its own purpose?
No.
Whoa.
You'll kick yourself.
Is it a fine?
No.
Is it a toll of some kind?
No, but...
Is it a fee associated with something like parking your car?
That's what it was.
Did
Parking
you park
in Melbourne
at the
city?
MCG?
No.
Oh, so it's parking in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that?
So daytime parking at one of the daytime car parks.
Which was closed when I went to get my car. But they didn't charge me. They laughed. At 11:15 last night, I thought, I better check to see the car park doesn't close at midnight. It closed at 10.
Oh. So you
And I rang the
got out?
1300 number. Yeah, they were fine.
They opened the door remotely?
Yeah, it was easy. I rang there and then, and the guy was really lovely and friendly. I told him which car park I was in. So I'm not actually there now. I just thought I'd ring, just check to see what time you closed, and I've discovered you're already closed. So yeah, no worries. He said, when you get there, just give us another call.
Oh, cool.
Right. So when I rang at 5 to 12, a different guy said, when did you call? I said, half an hour ago. He said, right. Which car park? And I told him, he went, okay. Oh, this doesn't sound quite as hopeful. But then the gates opened. I said, hey, well done. And he said, it's more arse than class here, mate. Go on. Have a good night.
It's like they've got one, like a telephone exchange.
Yes.
Like the...
One moment, please. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of what I thought.
Hey, speaking of,
Go on,
what would you call this?
That's a remote control. Oh, that's a universal remote control.
Right. Do you know that it's not a remote control? Do you know a remote control is specifically wired to the unit?
Whoa.
Yes. It's like the difference between a remote control car and a radio control car.
Whoa.
Is that this is something along the lines of a universal controller.
Yeah.
Or universal wireless controller.
Yeah.
Whereas a remote control still has a wire. Because back in the day when remotes were first around, you may not remember because you're not as old as me, but friends of mine had televisions where the remote was still wired into the thing, and it was like on a automatic retractable thing, like on a vacuum cleaner, and you'd push a button and it would pop out, and then you pull the cord out and sit on the TV, right?
Wow.
And then you pull on the cord and put it back, and it would slot back into the front of the television.
And you certainly always knew where your remote was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a remote. So when friends had remote control cars and then they got radio control cars. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we still call them remotes.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Universal infrared controller. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
I was certainly aware of wired remotes, or indeed remotes, because it turns out that wired remote is now a tautology.
Wired remote. Can't say what.
But we weren't wealthy enough to have one.
Actually, I think when the first one, must have been Australia. We got it in Australia. Because we brought our UK TV from the UK to Australia, and it didn't work here because it was different frequencies, transmission frequency.
And your TV couldn't find the what?
No, I couldn't dial it in. Couldn't dial in the
what?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually more of a revelation to me than
this would have been a 1980 television, so maybe older than it actually. And I tell you what, it was specific to the UK market because the channels were identified on the televisions, BBC One, BBC Two.
Oh shit!
ITV, and there was another maybe 2 or 3 options, like a little push button in, and then you had to dial it in with your finger, like a little dial. Yeah, but the thing was, the actual when you opened up the thing, it actually said this is the one for this channel.
You ever seen a TV with an actual knob that you turn to go from channel to channel?
Yeah.
Did you ever see one of those in operation that was also remote, where the knob would thunk?
No, but I love the idea.
Fucking wild. Mechanical device that actually turned the knob.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a new guitar pedal it's a Tube Screamer emulator, which has 9 different versions of the Tube Screamer in it, and it's like on a dial. It goes click, 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 click.
That's fucking
cool. It just activates a different circuit in the pedal. Yeah, it's very cool.
I bought 72 guitar picks today, if we're talking about guitar gear.
Ah, cool.
Yeah,
how much is 72 guitar picks?
$39.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine are a bit more expensive than that.
Your Jazz 3s.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Which is weird. Do you think there's half, I don't know, probably about the same amount of plastic.
Because they're thicker. Smaller but thicker.
Yeah.
What does that remind you of?
Pretty much every experience I've ever had.
Surely the name of this episode is what does that remind you of?
Was that right? I think smaller but thicker is probably better.
It's good. It's good.
It is good. Hey, it's good to see you feeling a bit lighter than you were when we started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking marginal though.
Yeah.
I'm
Mate,
turning it on for you.
I tell you what, my whole life is millimeters, micromillimeters these days. I can feel the difference. It's that much. That's enough. Yeah.
Is this? Did we just miss a week? Did we miss a week for the first time? Okay.
Well, no, this is the second time.
So this is what?
We missed a week. I think when you were away.
Oh,
when you're on the boat.
Miss weeks when I'm away. What a dick I am.
Well, this one's on me because I just left the house the other day without stuff in the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess what I'm doing right here?
You're chewing on something.
Mm.
Yeah. 20 questions?
No, you don't want to guess this.
Okay.
I'm chewing. I'm just bringing you into my life. You people.
This is skin from your foot.
Yep.
No!
Yep.
I didn't even need 20
Jesus
questions.
Christ, what?
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Well, because you were doing this the whole time. You were having a scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a blister when I was nearly beach. A really big one.
See, most people would say, "Oh my god, that's gross,"
and it is.
But just stuff.
Thank you for accepting that. But 2, if your reaction was, "Oh my god, that's gross," I'd endorse that also.
Oh no, I don't get the whole that's gross things. I mean, it's because it's so selective, in the sense of, I'm
doing it now. I'm a fucking big fan of auto cannibalism.
I've heard people say, "Oh my god, that's gross." It's like, do you know that you put that guy's penis in your mouth?
Whoa.
And they go, but I get to choose to do that. It's like, yeah, but I still reckon that's gross. But I don't give you crap about it, and I know that you do it. So stop.
Is that the thing?
Stop all the hysterics about it. People are gross. That's what we do. A couple of times, where was I? Oh, sorry.
A couple of times.
Because you
sure
guys
don't want an ice cream on a stick?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys would know I've mentioned that because I have scars. I'm putting my finger up my nose now. I have scars from my surgeries inside my nose that those scars peel like some things can. And I was in the car, so I was on the way to this songwriting retreat thing the other weekend, and I was in the car with. So Greta picked me up from Sydney Airport, and we drove the 5 hours to the middle of nowhere to go to this thing. And I said, "Look, I've got something gross to tell you." And she says, "All right." I said, "Look,
How far into the 5-hour car journey was this?
Well, I've known her for a long time as well, but it was like probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
And I was definitely doing this a lot, scratching my nose, and it was hay fever as well. So it might look like I'm picking my nose, but it really not. I've just got this little bit of loose skin here, and it's really, really bugging me, and I have to get at it because it's driving me insane." And she laughed, and it was all good times. And then about an hour later, said, "I just picked my nose." that was a pig. It's funny. Hey, I have to think about leaving.
Okay.
But just to prove that we don't have fluffy looking cushions, we do have a sleeping puppy, and I'm going to wake him up and he makes these noises. He goes flip, 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 flip. This is Freddie, everybody. So this is, if you are listening on the thing, now you have to go to YouTube and watch the end.
And I'll post a picture.
And you can post a picture. And he is Sprocket, my dog, who has featured in the podcast many times. He's Sprocket's actual brother.
Buddy. Hello, pretty face.
Same parents, 5 years apart. And he is lovely.
Delightful.
He's way more laid back than Sprocket ever was, which is hilarious because, Sprocket's the most chill dog in the world. But when he gets to it, he does like to chew on your toes. So Matt, don't tell him that.
Ick.
He would have had a field day.
Ick.
But he's pretty cuddly. Aren't you, little mate?
So cuddly.
Yeah. And this is the first time he's been allowed on a couch, technically, but it's for a podcast, so it's okay.
So it's a good cause? Yeah. He's allowed on my couch, I don't care.
So
if he comes to stay with me, he can sleep on my bed.
Where's the alternative? Oh, hello, mate. So that is pretty funny. They look the same. This one just moves around a bit more.
Yeah.
And he can smell cat, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. So there we go.
Cute.
Actual dog.
Little bugger.
Dogcast. There we go.
Yeah, somehow episode 7, Sprocket Cast, is the one that's pinned to the top of our YouTube page.
Maybe we can unpin it and put something else there. I don't know how that works.
Why is he named Fred? I was going to say Savage.
He's so savage.
Well, Fred Savage.
Yeah, I know.
I guess was what happened in my head.
Yeah.
Is that why?
No.
Okay.
No. So we were going through possible names, and I think Kat was like, I like Spencer.
Come here.
And I said, no, we can't have two Sput names in the house.
No.
And so a Sprocket and a Spencer, probably no go. And I think she said something like Eddie. I said, what about Freddie? And she said, Freddie's good. And she said, we could call him Freddie Wimpole because that's where we met.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Hey,
buddy.
Yeah, now.
Oh, you're very lovely.
He's probably all over the microphone as well, I reckon.
You smell like puppy.
Yeah, he's good. So I have to leave now to take him into the city to give him to Kat to take home. Because she drove in specifically so that I didn't leave him at home today in the heat. So we could do our podcast.
Wow. It's good.
Good on you, Kat. Well done.
He was still warm when you brought him in to the house from being in the car.
He'll be
Sun
warm
and
again.
stuff.
Well, we've been in Frankston, and so the car was hot still. Yeah. But cool.
He's a good man. I like him.
All right.
I don't think I saw Sprocket when he was this small, did I?
Oh, yeah, he would have.
Did I?
Yeah. I don't think he was.
I don't remember.
I don't know if Sprocket was ever actually this small.
Okay. Maybe that's
when
it.
I had him. I think he was a little bit bigger by the time I got him.
I'm inclined to bring my cat out so they could meet each other.
But she'd be pretty nonplussed, I reckon.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. She'd be like, yeah, whatever. I've seen one before.
All right. Thanks for coming all this way, mate.
Thanks for being around. We'll do one before or after a gig next week. I think we're back on.
I don't think we are we?
Oh, shit. All right. We won't do that then. Oh well.
I don't think we. I don't. Are we gigging next Tuesday? No, we're not. We've
No,
got
we're not?
Tuesday off, and I don't know
Wednesday?
why that is. Yeah, Wednesday we are.
Okay.
Is that right? 20? No.
Oh yeah, I've got a gig next Tuesday, so yeah. No.
Okay, so no, we're not working Wednesday either.
What?
No.
Huh. What's going on here? The controversy.
Yeah, because they shifted and you're doing Rosie's gig on Sundays and I'm doing the gig with Jordi on Sundays.
That's right.
They shifted us for the 1 week, the 1 month. Fuck. Good talk. This is good. This is riveting viewing. I had brunch with Dan Tobias yesterday. I noticed today that he liked our Touring Circus page, so I really hope
Dan.
this is the episode he jumps in on because
He's going to love
basically just discussed calendars.
And we mentioned him. So that's good.
Yeah, I'll put his...
Hi, Dan.
I'll tag his name in the show.
I'm really going now.
All right, go.
See you.
Fucking see if I
Biscuit.
can. See Biscuit.
Yeah, see Biscuit. Stop horsing around.
Never saw it. Bojack Horseman, though. You should watch that. It's a good show.
Don't even know what that is. You made that up.
I did not.
You made it up. Everything's made up.
Yeah. Good on, yeah.
Bye.